Previously, on Predict the Six, only one correct prediction from me, and it was certainly a memorable result for those in Tangerine. I do think Dundee United are a very, very good side this season anyway, without a team playing horrendous against them. I'm going to predict the Dundee United win in the Dundee Derby, and I'll be there to witness whether I'm right or wrong on that front. And no correct predictions at all for Jen last week, as my handicap denied her the biggest chance of 1 point. I'm going to handicap your Alloa vs Queen of the South game.
Spin.
Give an exact score prediction.
3-2.
So it has to be Alloa 3, Queen of the South 2 for you to be correct. That's a very bold prediction. So that puts the scores at so far Jen on 4 points and myself on 5 points. So yet again we're back for another episode of Predict the Six, and once again of course we are here with Jenny. We've got an influx of subscribers in the past week. The last time we uploaded an episode of Predict the Six it was 1,800 subscribers, and now it is the mighty almost 2.5 thousand. So, what's your like target this week?
Well, I feel pressured because so many people could judge me, but I'm going to go with 70 likes. Please do your thing.
Go higher, I say.
Higher?
Higher. Nearer 90, I'd say.
No, I'm sticking with 70.
Prove her wrong. Prove her wrong, lads. Hit the like button. Takes you no time at all.
Do your thing.
Jenny has already said to me that I should go first this week, so here it goes. My first game this weekend is taking place tonight as you're watching this. I'm actually filming this with her the day before. But it's Scotland versus Russia. I would have been going to this game if I could have justified the ticket prices, but I can't. So I'm not going to it. I'll be watching it on the telly and I'll be rooting for the boys in blue. I'm not entirely sure if that's just because, you know, it's Scotland and we just want to be optimistic, whether that's blind optimism or not. I do think Russia are one of the, obviously the harder opponents we're going to face in this, but I'm going to back the boys, and under Steve Clarke, let's just go for a Scotland win, and as I said, back the boys. Mona Scotland. Say it.
Mona Scotland.
Mona Scotland.
Okay, so this time we're going to bring some women's football into the mix, just because we've got to back the women out there.
She's actually done research this week. Every single point she's done research.
Got my notes.
So, let's hear it. Go for it, Jen.
So my first one is Man City women versus Man United women. Now, last season, I feel so weird reading from my notes. So last season, Man City only lost one game and came second place within the league table. They scored 53 goals and conceded 17 goals. Whereas Man United women were in the league below and they actually got promoted into the Super League.
Correct.
It's called the Super League, and they only lost one game as well, but they scored 98 and conceded 7. So that's why I personally think that Man United women will actually win this game, because they're coming from a better place. They're coming from like a promoted place, whereas Man City, they came second but they didn't score as many goals. They conceded more goals than Man United. So yeah, come on, Man United. Hope I done good.
You did do very well, Jen.
Okay.
Well done. This is the first game of the Women's Super League season, so we can't really go off anything that happened this season. That's why all our notes came for last season, but congrats. It's a good effort to start off with. My second game is the first Tunnocks Caramel Wafer Challenge Cup game that we're going to tackle this weekend, and it involves Kelty Hearts at home to Solihull Moors. Now, in any fixtures that I predict this year, when it involves one of these foreign teams, whether that's English, Welsh, Irish, or the other Irish lot of teams, I'm going to back the team from Scotland as long as they're involved. So that's pretty obvious who I'm going to pick this week. Kelty Hearts v Solihull Moors. Solihull Moors coming up from England to play Kelty Hearts. I'm going to back Kelty Hearts. Kelty Hearts have clearly been on fire and form. They've been scoring a load of goals. I think Kelty are going to have enough quality to beat them anyway, because when Dunfermline went down to play Boreham Wood last season, I was there, and I've done a vlog on that, so you can go back and have a look at that on the channel. Cheeky plug. when I went down to Boreham Wood, the quality of Boreham Wood wasn't that great. So I'm assuming Solihull Moors will be pretty similar. So I'm going to back Kelty Hearts here, and I'm quite confident about doing that.
So my next one is Inverness v Morton. Now if you didn't watch last week's episode of Predict the Six, Ben predicted a draw and Inverness smashed Morton 5-0. So I'm going to take it upon myself to try and gain some points and say Inverness is going to win this one. You see my tactics?
Take a very obvious prediction, pretty much. Like,
yeah.
Inverness won 5-0.
So they're going to win again, right?
I can see you're not
So
logic. It's very clever.
I'll get some points.
Yes, maybe. And my last one for this weekend is yet another Tunnocks Carnwaw Wafer Challenge Cup fixture. And this time it involves one of the Colts sides, which you could say, for some people, is just as bad as the foreign sides coming into it, or foreign. But this one involves St Mirren Colts versus Stirling Albion, and Stirling Albion have been pretty terrible so far this season, and I think they've only got, I don't know if they've actually even picked up a point in the league yet, and they're bottom of the full SPFL 42. They've got ex-Dunfermline players in Martin Hardy and Kevin Rutkiewicz as the manager and assistant manager, and it's just not working out for them. They even tried to bring back that Dylan Ngweni Bikey, a striker that played for them a couple of years ago and scored quite a few goals, but it just doesn't seem to be working out for them, and I think St Mirren Colts should be beating Stirling Albion in this one, so that's what I'm going to go for, St Mirren Colts to win against Stirling Albion.
And my last one is Raith Rovers versus Falkirk.
Here she goes.
So Raith got relegated in the season of 2016-17, and since we haven't seen them in the Championship. Falkirk went down last season, so 2018-19. I personally think that they could creep back up into the Championship at the end of this season. So, if you couldn't tell already, I'm going to back that Falkirk is going to win this one. So sorry to all my Raith Rovers fans out there. But the wee team always get put in their place. Sorry, Jamie.
Jamie, long time subscriber to the channel, and other Raith Rovers fans here, very sorry. But yes, as Jenny said, clearly in her unscripted notes, that the wee team always get put in their place.
Now for the wheel.
Now if you're a new subscriber, you won't entirely know what the wheel is all about. It basically, me and Jenny get the option to handicap one of each other's games. You can look in the description below for the instructions of what every handicap means, so I didn't have to go through it all yet again. But without further ado, I am going to handicap your Inverness versus Morton game, because it is the one that's probably most likely to happen out of the ones you've predicted. So that's the one I'm going to handicap for Jenny this week. Let's see what the wheel gives me.
Spin that wheel.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No handicap. Oh.
Gas.
That basically means that Jenny's just got her standard prediction and I can't do anything about it, so I need to just pray that it's either a draw or a Morton win. So Jenny said Monmouthton last week.
I feel like Morton are going to win. Monmouthton. That's what I say.
This week I'm saying Monmouthton.
The game I'm going to handicap of Ben's is Scotland versus Russia.
Ooh.
I personally don't think Scotland is going to win this one. I'm Scottish, but from their track record, I don't think they're going to win this one.
That's poor form, Jenny.
So, let's spin the wheel. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Void prediction, so I didn't. Well, wait, that means I don't get the prediction, so I can only get a maximum of 2 points this week. Usually, obviously, there's 3 predictions, so you have a chance of getting anything up to 3 points, but now that prediction doesn't count for me, so I can only get 2 points this week, maximum. Great, thanks.
Let's hope they're all wrong.
But aye, that's it for this video, guys. Cheers for watching. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like. Remember, she set it at
70.
70 likes, but you're going to smash that and more, because all the videos have been doing so well recently that I just know it's going to be more than that this week. Prove me correct and this one wrong. Do your thing. Subscribe for more of for content, and until the next video, which will be the vlog for Dunfermline versus Alloa in the Tunnets Caramel Wafer Challenge Cup tomorrow. I'll see you then. Cheers guys.
And again, I'll see you same time, same place next week. Bye!